pinag-uusapan yung kakaibang lakas ng Team Lani dito sa Taguig. What can you share with us?
Well, first and foremost, Kuya Boy, amazing how God works in her life sa Taguig. How, yung paano siya namulat, paano siya nag-mature sa politika. From imagine being newly married to me, and that's not easy. Noong 2004, when we got married, she was so 2004. So she was 23. So she became congresswoman 3 years later, 2007, she was 26.
26.
Diba? Then became mayor when she was 28 or 29. But she grew into her own style eh. And napaka-pure yung pagmamahal niya. Pagmamahal niya sa Diyos, pagmamahal niya sa tao, yung malasakit. And she, in 2010, Kuya Boy, lahat ng watchers niya were volunteers. Meron po kaming isa, nagpipilit yung kapatid to vote pero may sakit siya. Pinakiusapan pa ng watcher yung kapatid, huwag ka nang bumoto, maintindihan ni Ate Lani na may sakit ka. But pinapromise nung kapatid, sige, hindi ako makakaboto, pero bantayan mo. Manual pa nun eh. Tsaka written pa. Pero bantayan mo. Inabot nung supervisor namin nung watcher na nasa sulok, umiiyak. Sabi, ba't ka umiiyak? Kaka-text ko lang namatay yung kapatid ko. Sabi niya, umuwi ka na. Ano pang ginagawa? Marami naman. Hindi. Pinapangako nung kapatid ko, babantayan ko ang boto ni ate. Ganun yung connection and it's not about money. We're blessed na hindi pera-pera ang eleksyon sa Taguig, kaya binantayan namin. Having said that, was difficult. One, because nga umiba yung panahon.
One of the biggest challenges of this election also for your family ay yung pagkandidato nga ni Lino.
Yes.
How did it play out? Where are you now in the context of the results of the election kung saan siya ay natalo?
Well, it's very, very difficult kasi syempre, ano bang unang-unang nasa mind namin? Kahit ano sabihin mo, ang unang nasa mind namin, paano mag-reconcile? Anong sasabihin ng tatay namin kung kaharap namin? Of course, God reminded me na mas importante ano sabihin niya, kaso sasabihin ng dad ko. So, secondly, si ate is still the ate. At parang nanay kasi medyo may gap yung age namin. Hindi lang halata, but especially with Renren and Lino, may gap yung kay ate. So she's always been more mature, more responsible. So, difficult kay ate na ikaw ate, ganyan, tapos ganyan ang nangyayari. Number 3, difficulty because Lino was threatening. I mean, in public, sasabihin niya na supportive siya, pamilya buo, kailan. But in private, especially sa akin, sabihin niya, kahit ano pwedeng sabihin kay kuya kasi sa akin naman maniniwala, kapatid. Having said that, kami ni ate parang, sige, ano lang natin yung pain kasi ate ka, kuya ako. So, I usually stop there. There are a few people we had to explain what happened kay Pami, kay Lino.
Right.
Kasi hindi na maintindihan. And ang kinakampaign nga ni Lino is, he's putting his poster na kasama si ate at kasama si Lani. But in truth, nilalabanan niya. So, for me, it was a rude awakening because I had to discover for myself na who do I want to protect? Do I protect Taguig or do I protect my brother? Iba na yung prinsipyo at iba yung ginawa at gustong gawin. Same thing, di ba? Do I follow God or do I follow what's right and do I follow what's right na tingin kong yun yung biblical, yun yung or do I follow putting my family together which tingin ko naman hindi naman mali. So, ang dami naglalabi sa akin. Pagbigyan mo na, congressman lang naman. Susunod naman sa'yo si Kong Ading. Bigyan mo na lang ng posisyon, etc. But every time I think of what yung ginawa ng mga nakapaligid sa kanya, sa Taguig, sabi ko, I can't endorse. Tapos pag may ginawa na naman nila yung mga bakit nga nagkahiwalay in the first place. Diba? I can't blame anyone. So I had to take responsibility. Hanga naman ako kay Lani. She was just quiet about, but nakikita ko yung pain niya. Nakikita ko yung pain ng mga tao namin.
Pero reconciliation galing sa'yo. Pero sa ngayon, as we talk, at tapos na ang eleksyon, klaro na ang resulta, ano ang nararamdaman mo mula doon sa iyong kapatid na si Lino?
No, kasi Kuya Boy, yun nga, paano magkaka-reconciliation kung stirred up parating emotion mo? So from the start, I told my mom, I told ate, I told, huwag kayong makialam lahat, amin to. But ako, I don't wanna hate him. So when he's ready to talk, I will talk. Ibang-iba yung kanyang narrative sa nangyari. Iba yung reality niya, Kuya Boy.
Yeah.
So, dun ko later on na-discover yung difference nung parable nung lost sheep dun sa parable ng prodigal son. And baka makatulong to sa ibang tao. Yung lost sheep, ang sheep kasi, kailangan ng shepherd eh. Hindi nakaka-exist mag-isa yung sheep. Diba?
Okay.
So, pag nawala yung sheep, in danger yon. Baka mamatay. Hahabulin mo. At yung sheep, sasama sa shepherd. Nawala lang eh. So, pag may sheep na nawala, iwanan mo yung 99 para kunin. Ang prodigal son, hiningi nga yung mana eh. Nag-enjoy sa barkada, nag-enjoy sa prostitutes, nag-enjoy sa party, nag-enjoy sa inuman. Pag hinabol mo, either magagalit pa sa'yo o hihingan ka pa ng pera. Pero dapat ready ka na pag nag-repent siya, babalik, open arms. Diba? So, magkaiba yon. So, yung sheep kasi is waiting to be rescued. And I thought nung umpisa ganon. So, pag in-advisean ako ng iba, puntahan mo, pinupuntahan mo, kausapin. Pero hindi nagwo-work, tapos lalong nagiging belligerent, lalong kung ano nung kinakalat. So, sinasabi ko na, bro, alam mo hindi totoo yan. Ganyan. Pero sinabi pa nga sa kaibigan ko, hindi, walang magagawa si kuya. Kapatid ako eh. So, sa akin maniniwala tao kahit hindi totoo yung sinasabi. So, it's hard. And kung ako lang, but when he started saying things about others sa family, about Taguig and everything, kailangan namin naman protektahan yung yung purpose ng city. We need cities, not only a city. We need all cities, 'di ba? To show na may pag-asa, na maging salt and light, na may transformation. Okay. Hindi yung takot ka lang sa mayor, 'di ba? So, 'di ba 'yun ang naging problema sa drugs, for example, kay President Duterte. While he was there, takot lahat.